Hello there, welcome again to our series of topics. And today's topic will see MND activity tracking dashboard. This is a version 2, and as you can see, the dashboard is empty, and here our data is also empty. So we'll just fill the template together and create dashboard which will automatically update. So, as I've said, this is a version 2. In version 1, we have seen uh, the design, monitoring, evaluation, and closing activity taking as D1, D2, D3, M1, M2, M3, and so on. But in this particular case, I have used actual design activities, monitoring activity, evaluation activity, and closing activities, and will develop together with this. So, here I have a design activity, for example, proposal development, theory of change development, project launch, create tracking template, conducting need assessment, developing detailed project work plan, and creating meal plan. Those are some of uh, design activities. So here also I have monitoring activity, for example, quarter monitoring, quarter reflection, report writing, discussion with community, PDM, post distribution monitoring, monitoring project activity against the plan or work plan, share lesson learned and best practices. This could be some of the monitoring activity. In terms of evaluation activities, we may have, for example, baseline assessment, midterm review, real-time evaluation, final evaluation, developing an evaluation plan, preparing an evaluation report, or share evaluating findings with the stakeholders. Those are some of the evaluation activities. Here we have also a closing activity. This prepare final project report, disseminate project finding and impact, hand over project asset and responsibilities, and close out contract and financial accounts. So those are some of the closing activities. Here we have staff. We have uh, for the project which could manage. In terms of status, I have used again planned, ongoing, and completed. And here I have 5 projects. So using this data, I'm going to create a dashboard and uh, fill this template, which will fill together, and the dashboard will be updated. So in your case, you can actually just fill your design activities here, your monitoring activities here, your evaluation activities, and your closing activities here, and then it will actually automatically displayed here in the template, and where you can actually use from drop down menu and fill it. So let's assume project one has got some of the design activities from here. Let's say meal plan is one of the design activity for project one, creating a theory of change, and again, for example, launching a project. So if I choose mm, those activities, and in terms of their status, let's say this is completed, this is ongoing theory of change, and project launch is planned. So if I do like that, and for monitoring activities, just I'll have a list of monitoring activities which will be displayed here if I click uh, on the drop down, and here are the list of monitoring activities which I directly get here. Under this, let's say this is quarter monitoring is planned. Let's say, for example, the PDM is also one of the activities, monitoring activity, and let's say discussion with community. If we can use this as some of the activities, let's say this is planned. This is planned. Quarter monitoring. Let's say this is ongoing. Let this discussion is completed. For evaluation also I have, for example, a list of activities which display here: baseline assessment, midterm review, real-time evaluation, final evaluation, development evaluation plan, prepare evaluation report, share evaluation findings. So those are the activities from this list which will be displayed here. So let me actually select few of them, some of them here, and let's say here, and in terms of their status, let's say this is completed, this is ongoing, and this is not started yet. In terms of closing activity also, we have a list here: prepare final project report, disseminate. Let's say this is planned. And here, handovering and closing out financial transactions. Let's assume these activities are planned but not so far started. And in terms of a person who will manage this project one, let's say Abdi will handle it. So far I have filled the data for one project, which is project one in this particular case. Let me go to the data and refresh it. So as you can see, we have one unique project and three unique design activities, three unique monitoring activities, three unique evaluation activities, and three unique closing activities. Let's go to the dashboard and see what's happening. So far we have one staff and one unique project for which the data is filled, and there are 12 activities here under design, 3 under evaluations, 3 under monitoring, and closing also 3, which is 12 altogether, and overall total is also 12. If you go down here, you can see the status in term for project one, which is so far we've filled each thematic area: design, monitoring, evaluation, and closing has got 3 each. And in terms of the status, as you can see, uh, design, monitoring, and evaluation activities are actually one third is filled for each, and in terms of closing, it's not actually started. That is status showing us. So let's go to the data and field for other project. Just before that, let's see the purpose of this tracker, which is MND activity tracking dashboard. And in terms of the purpose, this is very important since it automatically generates progress report and completion percentage. It compares completion percent of different projects, easy to identify which activity support is needed, save time, simple to update at any time with a single click, and convenient to share to teams, support to follow up project and programs, let the project manager or team to focus for the next time, and also alert managers on which activity he or she should focus on. In terms of for whom this tracking dashboard is uh, uh, useful for portfolio managers, for M&D coordinators or leads, mill staff and M&D staff, for project or program managers, for project or program team, for team coordinators, and for partners and for donors. So with that, let me actually fill the data for the remaining projects. So far we have, as you can see, we have one unique project and three design activities and three monitoring activities, three evaluation activities, and three closing activities were planned. Let's fill data for project two. In terms of design activity, let's uh, say theory of change is needed, project launch is needed, and the conduct need assessment is needed. And in terms of their status, let's say this is planned, this is ongoing, and this is completed. Again, for monitoring activities, let me quickly fill it. Some of the activities and fill also their status quickly. And then in terms of for evaluation activity, again for project 2, for example, let's say baseline is needed, real-time evaluation may be needed, okay, evaluation report is needed. Let's say this one is completed, this is planned but not finalized, this is planned again. Let's dive to closing activities. In terms of closing activities for project 2, let me fill, for example, handovering is needed, closing financial activities and disseminating findings also needed. So this one is planned, 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 and for this one, let's assign bonus for project 2. So I have finalized for project 2, and let me refresh it. So far, as you can see from the top, we have a unique project 1 here, total staff 2, and there are 4 design project activities, monitoring activities are 5, evaluation activities are 5, closing activities are 4, and overall activities 18, which is the unique activities. Let me refresh this data and let us see what will happen. So as you can see, Project 2 is now active. As you can see, Abdi and Bona is also activated. Here you can see the design activities which we have planned, the monitoring activities which are planned, evaluation activities, and closing activities as well. So overall activities so far is 24, including the repeated activities. So you can see here right now in terms of uh, the number of activities for project 1 and project 2, which will be clearly seen in terms of their status, is also displayed here. So let's continue for filling the data for project 3. Let me quickly fill uh, the data for project 3, and including their status. Let me again fill for monitoring, quarter monitoring, for example, PDM, and monitoring activity tracking. Let's say this is completed, this is ongoing, this is rather planned. For with regard to evaluation, let's say this has also a baseline assessment is needed, final evaluation is needed, and share evaluation findings. So let's say in terms of status, this is completed. Let's say this final evaluation is ongoing and this is planned. In terms of closing activity, prepare final report is expected. Dissemination impact is expected. Handover is expected. Let's say this is planned, and this is planned, and this is planned. So let's say for project 3, we have assigned Chala here to manage this project. So let me go up and see. So we have uh, uh, 2 unique projects for activities, unique activities under design, for monitoring 6, for evaluation 6, and for closing uh, 4 unique activities. In terms of dashboard, when you go to the dashboard, as you can see here, uh, so there are 2 unique projects and 3 staffs. Here is the number of activities for design, 6 for monitoring and evaluation, and 4 for closing, and overall unique activities are 20. Overall here is 24. As you can see, staff highlighted is Abdi and Bona. Remember that I haven't updated the data right now. Let me go to update it, go to the data and refresh it, and refresh all. See the magic. So like for example, the project series also highlighted, and as you can see, when I refresh it, unique project will become now 3. Previously it was 2. Now Achala is highlighted, and overall activities are 36. So in terms of distribution is also updated. In terms of status is also updated. So let's go to again to the data and fill for projects 4 and 5 and come back again. Let's me fill for project 4. Let's assume project 4 has completed everything it has planned. Uh, Quarter monitoring is one of the monitoring activity. Let us assume all planned activities for this project is completed. But in actual case, you have to fill the exact status of your projects. So let's assign this project to Dory. Let me quickly go to the dashboard. Here is our dashboard and click on refresh. Observe what will happen. Yeah, project 4 is updated. Can you see it? The number of total activities 44. So let me fill again for project number 5. Let's assume proposal development, creating of tour, launching the project, and conducting need assessment are a requirement for this project. And let's assume this is completed. This is ongoing. This is completed. This is completed. In terms of monitoring, it has planned quantum monitoring, quarter monitoring, discussion with community, PDM, and share lessons. Let's assume this is ongoing. This is planned. This is ongoing, and this is planned. In terms of evaluation, let's baseline is planned. Final evaluation is planned. Prepare evaluation finding. Share evaluation findings are planned.
Si egaa jira akka Sabrina ergi. Ishee isin jedhee.
So for closing activities, so let me just fill their status. So let me assign MND guy here, EPA, for project 5. So as you can see, I have finalized filling this data with all requirement, and let me actually refresh it again once for overall. So as you can see, we have 5 unique projects, 5 design activities, 6 monitoring activities, 6 evaluation activities, and 4 closing activities, which is unique. And when you come back to here, on the main dashboard, you can see 5 unique projects here, and total 5 staffs, and there are 5 design activities, 6 monitoring activities, 6 evaluation activities, and 4 closing activity. Overall 21 unique activities, and in terms of overall number of activities planned for 5 projects, it is 60 here, as you can see it. So our dashboard looks like this one. We have a number of activities here listed for design, for monitoring, for evaluation, and for closing for all 5 projects. You can see their status by thematic area. For example, in this particular case, 60% of design activities are completed, and 27% is ongoing for design. For monitoring, 34% is completed and 33% is ongoing. For evaluation, 40% is completed and 27% is ongoing. For closure, uh, yeah, for closure, the majority are not started. So that is it, and you can actually have, let's see by project. Let's see for a single project, this time for project 5. As you can see in project 5, we have uh, here there are 16 activities. Of that, 75% is completed. For design activities, for monitoring, 50%, for evaluation, 25%, and for closure, it's not yet. Let's see again project 2. Yeah. Project 2. So that is it, and if I update this data on the template for any of the activities listed here, it will automatically update the dashboard for us. So that is it, and this is a very important dashboard which will actually give us overall M&D activities to track M&D activities. Specifically, if you have different projects, we can easily use and see our progress in a timely manner. So we recommend this dashboard to be used by project managers and many people earlier I have said here are the benefits which constitute automatically generating progress report to compare completion percentage and their status by project and by thematic area for monitoring, for evaluation, for design, and for closing. And we can also have a different view for that. And this is recommended for portfolio managers, M&D coordinators, meal staff, M&D staff, project or program managers, project or program team coordinators, and even for donors. So you can get every detailed thing here from this dashboard, and I hope this is important for M&D staff and project managers, and we recommend this to use it for your managing your project, especially M&D activities. So that is it, and thank you very much, and bye bye.